Hi, Thrive friends. We are giddy to have you here for our Thrive Virtual Gala. Thank you so much for joining. As you can see, and as you will see, many of the videos that we were able to secure for this virtual gala came from you, whether that be our donors, whether that be our local and global partners, our board of directors, or just biggest fans. We are so incredibly grateful. This has definitely been crowdsourced, and so we just ask you to keep that in mind as you watch and know that it was filmed and edited with lots of love. And so we can't thank you enough for joining with us tonight. We are so excited to have you here, and we hope that you enjoy all the updates that we have to give tonight with Thrive Global Project.
Thrive Global Project provides students with educational resources and programming to empower them in the classroom. We believe in equitable access to quality education for all students, regardless of race, gender, religion, income, or social status. We are steadfast in our mission to remove barriers to help students achieve quality education experiences, economic mobility, increased social capital, and racial equity by providing tools to engage students and empower families.
My name is Aaron Randolph, and I'm Executive Director of Carolina Youth Coalition, better known as CYC. CYC is a college access and persistence organization that prepares high-performing, under-resourced students to enter, excel in, and graduate from college. We are proud partners of Thrive Global Project. I first met Thrive earlier this year and learned about their mission to provide educational resources to under-resourced students, and knew immediately that it was a great partnership and relationship for what we have, and completely works in tandem with our mission work. So we're proud to partner with Thrive and really believe in what they do, and glad to have them a part of our team.
Hi, I'm Maria Diaz. I am the Director of Persistence and Pre-College Programs at Carolina Youth Coalition. I support our students in persisting through college, excelling, and graduating.
CYC's Persistence Program provides targeted assistance to fellows during their time in college through individualized transition support, professional and career development, connection to employment and internship opportunities, emergency financial assistance, social and emotional support, and even care packages.
One of the most difficult barriers that first-generation college students can face is their transition from high school to college. Due to our partnership with Thrive Global Project, we were able to offer the Ready Thrive Summit, which offered a series of super important sessions that included mental health, adapting as a first-generation college student, and financial workshops that helped our students transition successfully from high school to college.
Having a small amount of savings entering college can have a significant amount of impact on low-income and first-generation students as they try to persist through college. So we're extremely excited to learn that every student that we have participate in the Ready to Thrive Summit would receive a $500 scholarship from Thrive Global Project.
My name is Praises M. Ponce. I'm a freshman at Brown University, and I'm a CYC College Fellow. My favorite part about the summit was the financial workshop, which helped me manage my funds for college.
One of the best parts of our partnership is getting to work hand in hand with Grace and Catherine. They are really awesome, extremely detail-oriented, very timely. You can really tell that they're passionate about the mission that they do and supporting CYC. Also, we both share a love of The Office and like to share Dwight Schrute memes. At CYC, our mantra is every dream needs a team, and we're proud to have Thrive Global Project as a partner and a trusted member of our team.
Thank you, Thrive.
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 I'm Sarah Walzer, CEO of Parent Child Plus, and I am so delighted to get to talk with you about the power of our partnership with the Thrive Global Project. Imagine entering school never having held a book or crayon, being unprepared to interact with your teachers and classmates. Children only have 1,500 days from birth to when they enter kindergarten, and every one of these days will impact their ability to learn for the rest of their lives. Nationally, 52% of children from low-income communities enter kindergarten not prepared to succeed, and when children enter school behind, it is nearly impossible for them to catch up. Children faced with this opportunity gap are likely to remain behind in first grade and in third grade, and they are less likely than their ready peers to graduate from high school. Through one-on-one visits with families, Parent Child Plus early learning specialists provide books, educational toys, and an array of extension activities. In each family's home languages, early learning specialists support parent-child interaction and the development of critical literacy, numeracy, and social-emotional school readiness skills. With its critical partners, Parent Child Plus builds opportunities for families living in the most marginalized communities. We intervene, we interject, we object to the lack of services and supports available in these communities. We see a different path, and with partners like the Thrive Global Project, we work to make sure families have the knowledge and the materials to navigate this path. Parent Child Plus participants are 50% more likely to be prepared for kindergarten than their socioeconomic peers, and have a 30% higher high school graduation rate than these peers. Because of COVID-19, we have pivoted from in-person to virtual visits. Parent Child Plus families have been devastated by the disease, its economic impacts, and the ongoing race equity issues that have been surfaced and heightened across our country. The ripple effects of COVID, social isolation, and fear will last a long time, but Parent Child Plus and partners like you are a lifeline, providing families with the support to continue to grow and thrive in the midst of this trauma. This is why Parent Child Plus is so grateful for the continued support of the Thrive Global Project. Thrive Global has donated 2,500 backpacks filled with school supplies to Parent Child Plus families here in the U.S. and internationally. This year, in the midst of the pandemic, the backpacks have been distributed through individual sidewalk graduations and drive-through graduations in parking lots. Now, children who are graduating from Parent Child Plus are prepared in every way for their first day of school with the skills, the confidence, and the tools, the new backpacks, and the pencils, crayons, and notebooks essential to their development and school success. We are so incredibly grateful for your partnership and support. Thank you for working with us to ensure that all children have equal possibilities from the start, no matter what.
Hi guys, my name is Jania Massey and I am the founder and executive director of Stiletto Boss University. We are a nonprofit organization that uses entrepreneurship to teach the power of collaboration, sisterhood, and community impact, and we serve ages 11 through 18. And I'm so happy to say that I was a proud recipient of the $500 scholarship that Thrive gave over the summer. And what we did, we had our first inaugural summer camp, which is called Boss Camp, that taught 6 weeks of curriculum, y'all. 72 hours, Monday through Thursday. We taught about legal, we talked about marketing, we talked about finance and Dress for Success, and we were able to sponsor 3 young ladies in our program over the summer. And I'm happy to say that one of our participants has launched her business. She launched it on September 26th during our community service event at Ramir Bearden Park, and she has now been doing nails for the last month consistently. So thank you, Thrive, for your support and your grant, and we are Team Thrive all the way.
Hello everyone, my name is Jana Marie and I'm a junior at Wofford College, and this past year I had the opportunity to serve for orientation staff at Wofford, which is a group of upperclassmen that work together in the spring and then in the summer to plan for the first year students, to welcome them, to get them acclimated. We plan for a week in the last week of August to welcome them to campus, do a bunch of activities with them, get to grow with them, get to know them get to know us. So this past year I served on orientation staff, and in that capacity I also served as the community service chair for the staff, and in that capacity I got to work with Grace and Thrive in planning a community service event. And that was going to be a challenge for us this year when we sat down and we were thinking, okay, how are we going to make this work COVID friendly? How are we going to pack so many backpacks and put all the supplies in them and be COVID safe on our end as well as for the students that we're sending them to? How are we going to make sure that we can do that very safely, very effectively, and very efficiently? And it was such a pleasure to work with my fellow staff members on that, but also to work with Thrive and to work with Grace and just kind of get all the creative juices flowing. And much thanks to Grace, we did figure out a way to do that, and we packaged over 600 backpacks to students in the local community who were in need, and we did that by pre-packaging supplies. Grace was phenomenal in helping getting that accomplished. We had them pre-packaged, and then we had students come through in small groups of about 20 to 25 at different time slots, about 5 minutes spaced out, come through and walk through each station and pack the backpacks, and like I said, over 600 within really a 4-hour time span, and that was huge. And I was really worried that we wouldn't pull it off because it was just going to be a challenge, and I think we were all a little nervous and a little concerned about COVID and just how we were going to make it work, but we certainly did. And I would say the best part of all of that was delivering those backpacks to schools in Spartanburg and having fellow students do the same, and then hearing their experiences with the administration when they came back and they were like, oh my gosh, it just made their day. And it did, and that was so heartwarming. It made all the work worth it. And I think it was really special for the first year students to come into Wofford being very focused on community service and getting to literally the 5th day that they got on campus take part in a community service activity. I think really set the standard and set the bar and set the year off on a great tone. But I'm so thankful for Thrive and the opportunity that we had to work with them, and I certainly know that I hope that we work with them for years and years and years to come and continue the good work that we're doing in Spartanburg and beyond.
Hi there, my name is Anna Grace Ellett, and this past year I served as the Vice President of Programming for Wofford College's Panhellenic Executive Council. Part of that position is planning a Greek week for fraternities and sororities, where we come together and participate in different events and competitions, but the best part is that we come together to support a philanthropy. We committed earlier on in the school year to partner with Thrive Global Project for our Greek Week. And although we were sent home for COVID-19, we were still committed to serving Thrive Global Project through a virtual Greek Week. We sat down with Grace Moyd and worked on designing a virtual Greek Week that would benefit the Wofford College fraternities and sororities, but also Thrive Global Project as much as possible. Throughout the week, we had 4 sororities and 2 fraternities participate, with chapters having over 90% of their members participating in our virtual Greek Week efforts. This was incredible, better than years on campus. Not only that, but our efforts raised over $19,000 for Thrive Global Project in that 1 week. That was more money than we raised for our philanthropy last year when we were on campus. We utilized social media, and we were able to get graphics and information from Thrive Global Project's team to share with our chapters that then they could share on their own personal platforms to reach and extend beyond the Wofford community, sharing the message in the heart of Thrive and continuing to raise even more funds and more awareness for what they stand behind and who they are. We were still able to have fun as a Wofford community. We did a TikTok version of our normal lip sync. Stats were shared for a whole day, and we were able to raise funds for such a good cause. I'm so thankful for the opportunity to have worked with Thrive, even if it looked like it was at home and it was a little bit different. The fact that we were able to raise so much awareness and so much money in such a short amount of time and bring light to people and an organization in such a difficult time was so rewarding. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kim Lenz, and I am the Communications and Development Manager for Alliance Center for Education, formerly Bethlehem Center of Charlotte. We serve over 800 children each day, providing high-quality educational services to children in need and their families. During COVID-19, these services were particularly important and challenging to provide. With the funds that we received from the Thrive Foundation, we were able to package the program materials that we needed for our children and send those packages home for children who were being served remotely. We also kept one of our 12 centers open for children of essential workers. And again, these funds assisted us in changing a program that typically would have served children K through 12 from 2:30 to 6 in the evening to an all-day program, making sure that these children of essential workers would have a safe environment in which to continue their learning through the spring and summer months. Again, Thrive Foundation, thank you. This was a critical point for these children to continue their education and their success in life. Thank you for caring.
Hello guys. Hello. My name is Sylvester Atichogbi. I am the co-founder and executive director of Volunteers for Amelioration of Rural Areas, also known as VARAS. VARAS is a non-profit organization registered in Ghana in 2007 with the aim to bridge the developmental gap through carefully designed community programs in order to promote quality education and healthcare, empower women, and revamp rural enterprises. Since the coming of COVID-19, the government of Ghana put in measures to curb the spread of the virus, and these measures affected the school system, and that also affected final year students sitting for the West Africa Basic Certificate Examination. The examination is paramount to the furtherance of their education. Unfortunately, the measures put in place to curb the spread of the virus among students cut down contact hours, and with lack of curriculum materials, the students have no other option to learn. This will possibly result in the failure of the examinations by the students, hence the deepening of poverty. I was therefore thrilled when I saw Thrive Global Project's mini grant initiative to support students hard hit by coronavirus. I quickly applied, and thank God my proposal was accepted. As soon as we received the funds, we bought 15 English language, mathematics, integrated science, and information and communication technology curriculum materials each, and distributed same to 6 community schools in the whole West District of the Volta region on 1st July 2020. The curriculum materials, which is serving more than 500 candidates, will enable them to self-learn at home with limited guidance as they prepare for their final exams, and other students will use the book after them. On September 11th, when we visited the beneficiary schools, one of the candidates in Dodome Awiasu Junior High Basic School, called Tameklo Elikem Ajo, expressed her appreciation. She said, and I quote, "The books have helped us prepare for our examinations." The candidates wrote their final exams on 14th September 2020, and I am hopeful they will come out successful. I will inform you about the results.
My name is Tameklo Elikem Ajo, a BEC candidate from Dodome Awiasu DAJHS. I want to thank the Thrive Global Project for the books given to us the last time. The book helped us to learn ahead of what we have been taught. It helped us even to prepare for our BEC. Thank you.
My name is Boswell Edward, a BEC candidate from the Dodome Awiasu DAJHS. We are very grateful for the books. Thank you.
On behalf of Varas and myself, I am grateful to Thrive Global Project and the donors who made this possible. Your timely intervention has given the opportunity to rural students to thrive. I hope more of this support will come soon, so that schoolgirl and boy will have a bright future. We will definitely use these materials, as we have already started, to benefit students in other communities. Thank you, and God bless you all. Bye-bye.
We make a difference on the inside.
We were fortunate enough to partner with Love One in January of 2020. You are familiar with the work we do at Thrive, but let me tell you a little bit about Love One International. There are many critically ill children in Uganda that don't have easy access to medical care. So Love One ensures they receive the emergency health care and rehabilitative services they need. When children are restored to health, they return home. That is why they made a perfect partner, because we were able to come alongside them in the educational side to support the students they serve. Healthcare and education are paramount to the success of a child. So to unzip the potential of students in Uganda, Thrive Global Project and Love One International teamed up to offer children in Uganda with educational tools and resources. Many of the students in Uganda do not have a pencil, paper, or backpack. They carry their belongings in torn plastic bags. Through the power of love, we know and knew that we could help these children of Uganda thrive. So we were able to come alongside them and provide 600 backpacks filled with resources so that they could have the best chance at success as they continued on their educational trajectory. Our goal was very big, but so were the hearts of our communities. We were able to work with them and provide these resources and supplies to empower these incredible students with the tools they needed to be able to attend school.
Hi everybody, I'm Miller Bianucci with the Foundation for Tomorrow, and we are one of Thrive's partner organizations in Arusha, Tanzania. Our mission is to secure equitable access to quality education for orphan and vulnerable children. And on behalf of the rest of the Foundation for Tomorrow's team, I wanted to thank Thrive so much for the incredible grant we received from you earlier this year that helped make it possible for us to provide emergency relief packets to our scholars during school closures. These packets made it possible for them to continue to learn, to stay safe, to stay healthy during this great time of need. And we are celebrating you always, especially tonight, and are incredibly impressed with your impact and really hope that you all are having an incredible evening. Thank you so much.
Thrive Global is helping us to make a good education.
We are thrilled to have you join us tonight for a wonderful evening of celebration. This is our third Thrive Gala, but our first virtual Thrive Gala. These times have been unprecedented, and with the big pivot to virtual, we have been amazed at the tremendous generosity of our sponsors and Thrive donors. This night cost us little to put on, so we are thrilled to share that we have raised over $100,000 towards the mission and vision of Thrive Global Project before this evening even starts. We know not every organization gets to throw out a number like that, and we are truly so thankful toward our donors and sponsors for taking a leap of faith with us during 2020. Thank you to Center State Bank, DeShiel Realty, SETAC, Contact, David DeShiel, Jerry and Kathleen Bradford, Amy DeShiel, Chris and Stephanie Hane, the Moyd family, the McBride family, and the Wrinkle family. I personally could not have done this without our amazing board of directors that supported our decision to move to virtual. Each one of these individuals served in such a selfless way to put on this event. Thank you. Last but not least, I want to thank Catherine McLeod. Catherine is our Director of Development and Marketing at Thrive Global Project, and her amazing generosity she pours into Thrive's work every day is something we are incredibly grateful for. November 2017, we started filling paperwork for Thrive Global Project to come into existence. So if you did not realize, you are at a birthday party tonight, a virtual one. We are here for a celebration and of the work we have done, and a celebration of the work and anticipation for what is left to do. Thrive Global Project is a 501c3 that provides educational resources to vulnerable students across the globe. We do this most quickly and effectively through our signature backpack program. Through this backpack program, we have been able to reach over 15,000 students within the 5 out of 7 continents. Now, I feel like that deserves repeating, that within just 3 years, we have been able to impact 15,000 students spanned across 5 continents. This year in 2020, we expanded our UNZIP Your Potential program, which you all know as our signature backpack program. This foundational program focuses on disadvantaged K through 12 students by providing them with a resource package that contains a tailored school supply kit to provide equitable virtual classroom experiences to empower them in life and in the classroom. On top of resources, we provide expert-led virtual workshops on best practices to use resources included in our student resource kits for parents, teachers, and students. Through this 2-generation model, we provide support to both caregiver and child. We also just piloted a very successful program called the Ready to Thrive Scholarship Program. The Ready to Thrive Scholarship Program is our newest program, and we piloted it in August of 2020 in Charlotte, North Carolina. In this program, we invest in low-income incoming college students by providing financial support, resources, and education workshops to use best practices to create better future economic outcomes. By providing students with a scholarship, research shows they are about 5 times more likely to graduate from college than without. Without funding, students won't have access to vital basic needs, decreasing capacity to graduate, impacting long-term earning potential. This program hosts a series of expert-led workshops in areas that educators and students have identified as critical to their success. In the past, we have hosted workshops on financial literacy, resume building, employment preparedness, and mental health and resilience. Upon student evaluation of this program in the States, we have received dozens of stories from students about how the program improved to their confidence heading into their freshman year. One student said, "Receiving the workshops and the Ready to Thrive scholarship helped me feel more confident entering my freshman year. It ensured me that others were here to help me get through the difficulties of being a first-generation college student and going to school during a pandemic." Incredible, right? But guess what? That's not all we've done. As I sat down to write this speech, I was jolted by what we have been able to accomplish in just a short period of time. For the past 3 years, we have convinced 13 individuals with a heart to truly move mountains to climb Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania with us. Unfortunately, we could not summit this year because of the pandemic. However, all 13 of those individuals were able to summit in 2018 and 2019. They summited the highest point in Africa, which sits at 19,341 feet. Now, to get up there, it took us 6 days to climb and 1 day to get down. And according to my iPhone and the health app, it took 131,825 steps, 256 floors, and 58.1 miles after it was all said and done. And if you ask any one of those climbers here, they would say you could feel every single one of those steps up and down. To me, though, that is not even the most impressive work they did. Within the past 2 years, we have raised over $75,000 to support Thrive's mission and to get backpacks to our partner organizations in Tanzania with our climb up Mount Kilimanjaro. The specific organizations put focus on the most needy in Tanzania that we work with many of them being orphaned. And so many of those climbers are here tonight and joining us virtually. And they were the first to commit to the goal to provide for the most needy in this world. From the rural, bumpy Tanzania roads to the thriving metropolis of London, to our backyard here in the States, in Spartanburg, Charlotte, Atlanta, Darlington, and more, the Thrive team met with partners and gave out backpacks all throughout these past 3 years. We were able to go to Tampa, Florida to visit our most vulnerable site in the United States we support. The site is called Metropolitan Ministries, and through their partnership, we are able to provide students coming from homeless families to have the resources they need to start school and kindergarten. This year in 2020, we expanded our UNZIP Your Potential program, which you all know as our signature backpack program. This foundational program focuses on disadvantaged K through 12 students by providing them with a resource package that contains a tailored school supply kit to provide equitable virtual classroom experiences to empower them in life and in the classroom. On top of resources, we provide expert-led virtual workshops on best practices to use resources included in our student resource kits for parents, teachers, and students. Through this 2-generation model, we provide support to both caregiver and child. We were able to secure a national partnership with Sarah Blankley's company, Spanx, who came alongside us to support us through grants and marketing support. Through our partners, we were able to go to Uganda, Nepal, India, Somalia, and Afghanistan, to the areas we have been able to give backpacks to. We saw a need and we wanted to fill it in a very intentional, impactful way for vulnerable students across the globe. Our premises are stemmed from the idea that every student deserves the right to thrive, no matter what their socioeconomic status is. As you can see from our numbers and statistics, we have poured over our work. We have done, it would be a true loss if I did not share with you how this all started. What was the ember that ignited this movement of believing we should create an opportunity for every student to thrive? Well, Thrive Global Project was founded by a family, the DeShiel family to be exact. The DeShiel family, like many families, has a loyalty and love that is contained within the names that grace their family tree. There are stories and memories that bind those names together and have held them tight for many years. Each one of them holds a special place within that close-knit community. They are a support system of constant encouragement, selfless love, and countless apologies that, just like many other families that inhabit this world, they have shared a myriad of experiences, and to put it simply, they, like many other families, are incredibly blessed to know one another's stories and to hold hands through it all. To have the opportunity to be there for each other in all the hard and good times, and to selflessly give because they are so filled. I will admit, I'm a little biased because my place within them. David DeShiel, one of the 6 siblings in the DeShiel family, was the true brainchild behind Thrive Global Project. This is no surprise with David's entrepreneurship ways of thinking. Along with his 5 siblings and most of his extended family, the DeShiel family lived down the street in Avondale Estates, close to where we usually hold our gala when we are in person. As they navigated their childhood in Avondale Estates, what was a steadfast constant was knowing they always had each other, which is where the thriving began. David saw the vision and legacy that could be left through them, but truly through us all. And with a quick phone call to me 3 summers ago, he proposed a new idea. David described how we have been given so much and have a beautiful opportunity to give back. He shared that a year ago he had an idea and had set aside money to be used in an opportunity to leave a legacy that continues past us, past our children and grandchildren. A change to leave our mark on the world and to leave this place better than when we got here. He then asked me to spearhead the initiative. Thrive Global Project was born from the belief that families are the backbone of communities and that education is the core that strengthens families. It builds communities and impacts lives for the better. We believe that the individual deserves the right to quality education, which we believe stems from providing top-rated educational resources and scholarships to the most vulnerable students in this world. We do this work all through partnerships with other organizations, and we are able to not just have a direct impact in the lives of students and families, but to gather data on the success of the programs and see areas of weakness that require additional funding or a more strategic way of addressing the need. This allows donors to see impact that grows from year to year and to feel confident that their donations are truly making a difference. With all the travel, the big numbers, and the data, the most impactful are the stories we hear from the students we support of such a simple act as providing a resource-filled backpack. Eula Pendo says it beautifully when she shares you can carry yourself with dignity in any learning environment, knowing someone has your back and is investing in your potential and wants the best out of you as you look into the future to reach your goals. Just as we climb Mount Kilimanjaro, the donors of Thrive Global Project are the porters for these students that we work with. We cannot climb the mountain without them. They have to take the steps, but we hope here at Thrive Global Project that we are making it just a bit easier to take those steps. Just like the porters support climbers, we want to do the same thing for the amazing students we support. We hope we are easing their load, so the only thing they have to focus on is their education. We have what they need provided, but they are the ones doing the hard work. We hope when we get to milestones throughout their education, they hear us singing and cheering them from afar and with our actions before they ever meet us in person. Thrive Global Project provides educational resources to vulnerable students across the globe. We provide those educational resources via the vehicle of a backpack and scholarships to high-achieving, low-income students heading into their freshman year of college. Yes, our mission seems simple, but to the students we support, it is life-changing because we know that completely supporting a student means saying yes to their most basic needs, saying yes to school supplies, saying yes to college textbooks, saying yes to a backpack. But more importantly, saying yes to being their porter. Saying yes takes effort and it costs money, but we know that saying yes puts a value in a person and it empowers them to find their own inherent value inside themselves, just like Eula Pendo. So then, when they start their next semester of school or season of life, they pour that value into it. It has nothing to do with us. The change happens because they take hold of their education and know someone is rooting for them. Do you feel the weight and importance of you being with us virtually right now? The privilege and the opportunity we have to lessen a load for a student. The chance to be their porter, to pour value into them by providing the resources we all have in this room. My realization of the importance of our work came into focus even more when a country director of one of our partner organizations shared with me. In Africa and really anywhere across the globe, when you strap or carry something onto your back, that's a sure sign you value it or are on the move. Friends of Thrive, the students we support, they're on the move. Would you start moving with us tonight? Will you help us unzip this potential? But more importantly, will you help carry the load?
To create impact for a student to receive a backpack, it starts with $15. How many students are you wanting to create an impact for tonight? To give a scholarship to an incoming college freshman, it is $500. How many scholarships are you wanting to provide tonight? One major point in the work we do, I have not mentioned yet, is our biggest pillar. We have set up Thrive Global Project so we can have 100% transparency through our financials. 100% of our public donations fund educational resources to vulnerable students across the globe. We do this work through our partner organizations on the ground working with the community. We believe to make it culturally relevant and sustainable, it must be led by partners doing the work on the ground. We are here to raise money efficiently and transparently as possible, but the actual work is being carried out by individuals on the ground in these communities that look like the individuals we are supporting. We are not going into communities telling people what they need or just dropping school supplies that they have never seen before. We purchase all supplies locally, on the ground, in local markets. We are not coming in, putting our spin on what we feel like students need. We know what students need because we have had conversations and we have asked, but most importantly, we have listened. Thanks to the private donors, we have no overhead expenditures, so 100% of your donation goes back to our program. Also, friends, we are at a fundraiser. Yes, it's virtual, but it is a fundraiser. And what are the first 3 letters of a fundraiser? F-U-N. It's fun. We here at Thrive want to create a community of giving with our donors. We are asking for radical compassion and radical generosity. You have a higher capacity to care, to help your neighbor in need, to give generously. This should be fun to do, and even more fun to do it together within the Thrive family. It should be a joy and it should be a blessing to have the privilege to give. We believe in giving back so we can provide the best for the students we work with, not the scraps of our leftovers. May the donors of Thrive tonight proudly say that we have a culture of giving, that we have a culture of fun, and that when we give of our time, talent, and money, we do it with joy. We are celebrating tonight of all we were able to accomplish these past 3 years, but may we also celebrate tonight of all we are able to give for 2021. Thrive Global Project is anchored in our family and other families like you leaving a legacy, allowing others to feel the power of selflessly climbing the mountain for someone else, and know that their future holds a promise that they might not otherwise have. What is created here between our hands and our hearts, we know will impact many. Thrive Global Project sees the vision, and we are climbing the mountain. But the question tonight, are you willing to join us? We have a campaign right now happening that we would love for you to view on your phone or computer to make your gift. You can make it directly to that campaign and immediately see how the collective is gathering together to make huge impacts and strides for students around the globe. To wrap up, our family has a saying that is coined by one of the other brothers in the Dashiell family, Bill Dashiell. He always says when one of our family members goes out of the way, it's just what we do. It is a humble phrase that is not looking for thanks or recognition because it is wrapped up in selfless love for others. It has become a family mantra, and we hope after tonight it can be yours too. So, friends of Thrive, as you fill out your donation card and joyfully and radically give on our online campaign, please know you are a part of the Thrive family. And we are so thankful that this is now. It's just what you do. Thank you.
My name is Katie Clark, and I absolutely love Thrive and give to Thrive for a number of reasons. I have been a middle school teacher for the last 6 years, and just even from that perspective, when students feel like they have someone who cares about them and wants them to succeed, I think it changes their whole outlook on school. And when Thrive comes in and with their backpack program and provides students the supplies and the resources, I think it does so much more than just gives them tangible ways to succeed in school. I think intrinsically it motivates them because they know there's someone who cares about them and wants to see them succeed, and it provides that extra level of accountability. Along with the backpack program, this summer when Thrive gave scholarships to high school seniors, that was a game changer for me as far as the way that I saw Thrive, because there's so many students out there that don't see anything after high school as being a good, feasible opportunity, whether it's lack of money or lack of opportunity. It's not anything that anyone in their family has done. I think when Thrive provides those scholarships and those classes for those students to not only be able to go to college but to be successful in college, other kids look around and notice that, and they realize I can do something with my life and I can be successful, and I just need to work hard and I can do that. And it's crazy, but I think so many students really lack that intrinsic motivation, and Thrive has come in and been able to tangibly give students these opportunities. I also love that Thrive partners with other nonprofit organizations both locally and globally, and I think they've done a great job of being able to stand in the gap and recognize a need. I think education has the power to be the great equalizer in our society and as well as globally, and Thrive recognizes that as well and stands in the gap for students who don't have a voice or who don't have the means to make their voice heard. And so Thrive to me is just a great, great organization that I am happy to support.
So what is it about Thrive Global Project that I love? My name is Ainsley Stotler, and I love the fact that Thrive Global Project empowers students both internationally and nationally and locally in our communities. I've had experience working with children around the globe through volunteer efforts, and while I love that and see a great need there, I did not know there was such a need locally in our communities. So I definitely love being a board member, loved getting involved, love giving my finances because I know that it's impacting children where I live, and we're also reaching children around the globe. So I'm so excited. I'm in year 1 of being on the board and looking forward to 2021 and continuing this effort to support our children.
It's incredible, isn't it? Just amazed at how all of our donors, our board of directors, our biggest fans, our partners came alongside us to create a virtual update for you all during these unprecedented times. I'm truly amazed, and I know that it has been an overwhelming amount of information and stories and faces that you all have seen tonight. But I want to push you a little further. It's one thing to watch these stories, and it is another thing to put your love into action for these stories. So we are asking you to come alongside us here at Thrive Global Project to help us with creating amazing impact for these students. Will you help us do that? Will you help us do that tonight as you can head to our campaign page and immediately start creating impact with a donation of any size towards Thrive Global Project. Even further, financially is one way to come alongside and walk with us. Another is that we ask you to share about our mission and our vision? Will you share this video as a holder of a household ticket? You can utilize this during Thanksgiving to share with friends and family. We ask you to do that because sharing our mission and vision is sharing our work and having more individuals come alongside us to create such tremendous impact. For our first 3 years, we have been able to create impact for over 15,000 students. Let that sink in. For the first years of Thrive Global Project, we have been able to create impact for over 15,000 students. Now we ask you for the next years to come, can we double that impact? Can we triple that impact? We can't do it unless we have your help. So I ask you again, please come alongside us in whatever manner feels best for you and your family to walk with us on this journey to providing impact for students across the globe.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you, Thrive Global.
This bag never leave my side. Thank you, Thrive Global.
hakuna matata. Kesho kutwa ndiyo karanga, hakuna matata. Tutakwenda barafu, hakuna matata. Watakwenda Uturu, hakuna matata. Kitawachoma sana, hakuna matata. Oh, jambo, jambo bana, habari gani? Nzuri sana, wageni wakaribishwa Kilimanjaro, hakuna matata. Poa, poa. Oh, gumu bomba, bomba bomba, nakazi bomba, bomba bomba, aina noma, bomba bomba, pendi kusense, pendi kusense, ageni bomba, bomba bomba, akili bomba, bomba bomba, amani bomba, bomba bomba, pendi kusense, pendi kusense, kata 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 mwanangu kata 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 bira kata 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 kiuno kata 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 usiogope kata 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 ujazima kata kata mwanangu kata 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 mwanangu yako kata kiuno chako mwenyewe kata wala hujako pesho kata 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 Franco kata kata sanawati kata mianzini kata mane kata mlimaji kata usiingilie kata mlima kata mlima kata Kilimanjaro oh oh Kilimanjaro mlima mrefu sana Kilimanjaro oh oh Kilimanjaro mlima mrefu sana na wageni oh oh na wageni